Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at MYRO, seeing what's going on. This coin is still looking very, very strong. So again, thank you so much to my MYRO community. You guys are awesome with retweeting and just generally being very supportive of my videos. So thank you so much for that. And I did get a question from a lot of my members here too. Just my new Discord members, how Premium works. Well, simply put, we got some nice profits here for swing trades. Chainlink 50%. Same thing with some ETH, ICP, Matic, and Bitcoin. We took some nice profits to the downside too for some shorts. So again, a lot of money to be made in different directions. But if you have questions, just double check our signals guide recommendations there, so you know the difference between the two. And simply put, I have Premium. My Premium group is just my swing trades that I send out myself, and Premium Plus is my day trades. That's a day trading bot that I've created that catches good little scalps in the market. Keep in mind, it's not perfect. The Bitcoin dumps, it gets a little confused. That's what bots do. Okay, folks? So just again, recommend waiting 24 hours to trade. And anytime Bitcoin sells off for more than 5%. Okay, really easy to put it there. Okay, anyways, let's quickly note here a couple things. So moving averages were good. Honestly, daily time frame, this hasn't changed anything at all since yesterday. Stochastic is still swinging down. You got to keep that in mind. That's kind of something that started today. It's normal for that to occur because it's catching up with this most recent red candle from yesterday. Okay. But everything else is looking truly bullish. So daily time frame is just confirming we're on the right side of tracks in every stretch of the word. Same thing here as well. The 4 hour minus a little bit of a caveat here, a little change of direction, change of pace. We're now below the 50-day SMA, working as a tentative resistance there at 0.786, 22.6 cents. So what does that mean for us? Well, it just implies that we just got to be a little bit more mindful, and we can't just abstractly expect the price to keep going up. Okay, could be a shift in momentum. Now, this has happened before, and the price keeps going up. It's not like it's a big deal when you think about it, because you look here, price went under 20 on the RSI, sorry, 20 on the moving average, and still continued higher. It pivoted perfectly off the 50-day SMA. So what we're seeing now is a similar structure. We got the 50-day SMA hanging itself out right there at 0.5. Coincidentally, 18 cents was a very strong resistance level. Solid probability we get a bounce off that level if it comes down that far. Emphasis in the word if. We don't know if it's going to pull back, but if it does, that's where it could do. Furthermore, too, if we're taking a look here at the 4 hour, money flow index is coming down, RSI staying at 50. It's actually an okay place. We like to see that. We're staying on the right side of tracks here, and even though MFI is low, it could go lower, and we could still be in good shape. We saw here recently what happened when the money flow index came down and pivoted. That's when the price took off. Okay, so again, a good consideration for an entry in most cases is when the money flow index is at 30 or below, and then the RSI is at 50. That's a perfect case scenario. So just keep in mind we're getting close to that right now. We're kind of right there on the edge. We got the MACD trying to converge, hasn't yet. We're losing momentum to the downside. There's still mostly bullish signs here. Okay, so again, you still have a statistical probability of the price going up, then it's going to go down. Keep in mind though, again, it could definitely pull back to this 0.5 fib level at 18 cents, and that would be a solid bouncing point forward if it were to. Okay, keep that in mind. You could even also argue that this is somewhat of a head and shoulders pattern too. Price could definitely be pulling back. Okay, so we just want to be mindful that the price could continue lower, but we're also mindful that the overall trend is up, and we don't want to fight against the trend and try to go against the grain. Okay, but again, we've seen these little shifts in momentum letting us know that, hey, pay attention, price could pull back further. Taking a look at the Ichimoku cloud on the hourly, this is where things get a little dicey here. Now, we weren't here yesterday, we were testing the lower lead yesterday, and now that we've broken officially below the cloud, we can confirm that this 0.786 level is a resistance. That's basically 22.6 cents. We've already affirmed that on larger time frames, but generally speaking, that's the new resistance. We can see it try to reject out here, and if it tries again, we could very well see the lower lead hold the price action down. All of that combination is together, so to speak. We can see here that we're establishing higher lows and tentative higher highs. So we could really be breaking this trend. We could even see this be working itself into a rising wedge pattern, which typically breaks down. Okay, so generally speaking, now that we're on the wrong side of the tracks here on the hourly, we got to respect the fact that this could translate to the 4 hour and then eventually the daily, and that the price could continue lower. Okay, so I'm a little bit more subscribed to the price pulling back a little bit further before it goes up again, just to kind of complete either that head and shoulders pattern or just generally to retest this lower fib level at 0.5. Very common retracement zone, previous resistance as well. Okay, so all that having said, it's not a perfect science either here. I'm not saying that you just want to short your shirt off to that level either, because conversion lines above the baseline, we've got momentum now. We've got the lagging span that's soon to be free and clear of the price action. Okay, that would be 2 out of 3 indications for long consideration. So the summary here is that you shouldn't take a trade, okay, because we got too many conflicting indications. first of all, the 4-hour and the daily look pretty solid. However, we're starting to see that little kink in the chain, or the crack in the ice, so to speak, where the price action isn't truly bullish anymore. Hourly is confirming that we're probably due for a further correction, and that we're now underneath this cloud. And keep in mind, we haven't been underneath the cloud in quite some time. It's been since the 17th. We've been running for 4 days straight. Now that we're underneath that, we got to respect the fact that it could continue lower. Now, if you look at it, it's hindsight, right? Hindsight's 2020, of course. But if you look back here, we can see that the price action when we were below the cloud, we spent roughly 24 to 48 hours below that level, and then we bounced. But we had a similar structure on the 4-hour time frame where we had an RSI at 50 and money flow index is low. We're getting close to that. So, long story short here is that taking a short is risky just as well as it is taking a long. Okay. My confirmation, what I would be looking for here is a solid closure above 0.786 here at about 22.6 or higher. And I would say solid closure, I mean like 3 or 4 hours at least above that level. And then the inverse, of course, would be just to have the price action continue a little bit lower to consider a short. But I don't really like shorting coins like this. It's just too much risk involved. Okay. Again, we've confirmed mostly bullish on daily and 4-hour. So we just kind of got to hold true to that. So again, patience is key, folks. Again, most of my community members, the ones that understand the benefits of patience, they're the ones thanking me at the end of the day that they were patient in taking a trade, waiting for confirmation, or just letting a trade play out the way that it should. So at this point, we got to let it play out. And to me, honestly, I don't think it's worth taking a trade both long or short. It's too risky. We got too much conflicting information. But the takeaway is that we're mostly bullish even still, while the hourly is kind of letting us know there's a shift in momentum happening. Okay, so take with that what you will. I just recommend low leverage, low position sizing, because coins like this can run pretty fast, as you've seen already. And these little candles are actually very, very big movements. Okay, please be careful. Quick little thank you to my community. I'm glad that it's working out well for you, getting some nice bonuses there. Make sure you use my link to register for Bitunix. Significant benefit rewards if you use my link to register. Furthermore, too, we're going to have private trading competitions coming up in February moving forward. So awesome exchange. No KYC or VPN. That's the reason why we're using it. So if you're in the US, Canada, etc., be sure to check them out. They're a phenomenal exchange. Other than that, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I got a lot of new questions about my signals there and just how that works. Feel free to direct message me if you have any questions. Website's good for that. Jumping over to Discord, whatever. Just know I'll never direct message you first. I'm not a scammer, and I really loathe them, and we all try to work as a community to fight against them. So generally speaking, make sure you read through our fraud prevention section. There's a lot of examples of how stupid, how pathetic they are, trying to mimic me and essentially trying to steal your money. Just don't trust anybody that direct messages you. Feel free to DM me, of course. That's a different story. All my information is down below. But I'll never DM or friend request you first. Just know that. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.